I'm coming back to you with another video. And today I'm actually going to share with you some ways that I found success both for myself as well as ways that I found success working with clients. And so this is a new series. It's called Finding Success Journey, and it's going to be on this channel. I actually had opened up a coaching channel, but I decided to bring it all over here and put it under its own playlist. So basically what we're going to do on this playlist, the Finding Success Journey, is we're just going to go over tools that I've used in the past as a coach, as a hypnotherapist, as a master NLP practitioner, all of things that I went to school for. We're going to go over those tools and in different videos, and then you'll be able to pick and choose what you can use. Now, please note, this is not a coaching relationship, because if you and I entered into a coaching relationship, it would actually be a contract between the both of us, and we both have things that we'd have to follow through, and it'd be a one-on-one conversation. So this isn't a coaching relationship. This is basically me sharing the tools that I've used in my coaching business, my hypnotherapy business, my master NLP practitioner business. I'm sharing those tools with you, and then you can choose how to use them to benefit you and help you move towards success. I am a law of attraction coach, and so I do talk a lot about law of attraction and that kind of thing. As far as manifestation, visualization, it all goes into play with hypnotherapy and NLP, which is neuro linguistic programming. So all of that I did go to school for, and I have been certified in those. I have actually no longer certified as a transpersonal hypnotherapist because it just didn't renew the certification. However, if I wanted to, I could go ahead and renew it, because I use hypnotherapy, self-guided meditation daily in my own personal practice, but for myself through visualization and things like that. Today, we're not going to talk about all of those tools. I just wanted to give you kind of a setup of what we are going to be talking about on this playlist, so you know. So this is in addition to everything else on my channel. And if you are new to the channel, please be sure to subscribe and click the bell to get notified when new videos become available. A lot of times I will try to go live when I do videos, as opposed to filming it and then putting it up, because I think it really does create a really nice atmosphere when you're going live, and it really shows transparency. So I try to go live as much as possible. And today I want to show you how fast, using this #1 tool that I use with every coaching client, doesn't matter what they come to me for, what issue they come to me with, what they want to overcome, what challenges they're working on, what area of their life they're working on. It has no bearings whatsoever when I sit down with a client to do our consultation. My very first thing I do with a client, no matter where I'm at, what I'm doing, is I do what is called a balanced life wheel. Now, if you have worked with a coach that has gone to school for coaching, this is a very, very, very common tool. It is not something that's secret anywhere. You can go online, you can look this up, and you can see other people's ideas of a balanced life wheel. Mine is a little different, and all of us have our own different, put our own different spin on it, our own different flair on it, but the concept is the same. And the concept is, you've got your life, and your life has 8 different areas that get different focus at random times. Some days you might find that you're really focusing on your career for a month, and then other areas of your life may not have that focus or that concentration as much. And so it might fall down that area. But living a truly balanced life, if you're living a truly balanced life, it means that you're focusing constantly on keeping those all 8 areas of your life in balance. And that doesn't mean that all 8 areas of your life are always going to be in sync. They're not. And for my experience, they never are. But having that constant focus on it reminds you, hey, I really do need to do something for me this week. I need a mini me spa day or something. Oh, hey, I really need to do something for my health this week. I need to figure out what I'm working on for my health. So when a client comes to me, no matter what it is, we always do the balanced life graph, the balanced life wheel. And I literally don't even, some of us, school gave me actual forms and stuff to bring with me as I'm going. I don't even do that because here's the deal. I want to show my clients when I'm working with them how easy it is for them to do this on their own. And they can do it. All they need is a piece of paper and a pen and a little time. And if they want, they can bring in colors. It's totally up to them. But I do it so on the fly with my clients. I just want to show them that it's so easy for them to do this. They could do this every month. They can re-look at their life on a whole, on a graph, and kind of look at it every month and revisit this so that they're really focused in on finding success and creating that balanced life, which in turn will create happiness. Think of it like this. Everything lives in homeostasis, and when it's out of homeostasis, balance, right? Then things are just it just doesn't feel right. Problems happen, issues happen. So living a truly balanced life, you're gonna find your most successful path on your journey to success because you're finding that balance. Okay, so all of that is just a little setup for telling you what we're going to work on. So let me show you kind of what I'm talking about. May have seen this. Like I said, is a whiteboard, just to show you how easy it is. You're basically going to be taking and when you do this, you're going to basically look at these 8 areas of your life and you're going to write them down on a piece of paper and you're going to rate them how happy you are about this area of your life on a scale of 1 to 10. Then you're going to just input it on this graph. It's that simple, right? And this will be a visual representation, kind of like a vision board, that you can look at every single day to make sure that you're keeping the focus where you need to keep the focus. So let's kind of talk about each area real quick so you get an idea. Here's my kind of spin on this. Now, what I've shown you so far is really what I got with training in school. We talk about relationships, professional, health, recreation, spirituality, environment, finances, and personal growth. Those are your 8 areas. Now, you can change those 8 areas depending upon what you're working on, and that's perfectly fine. I mean, some people change their 8 areas to, specific topics, whatever, as long as they keep it in the general idea of these 8 areas are where you're impacted on your life on a daily basis. And all 8 of these areas impact every other area of your life. So I try to keep it as specific to what I learned as far as the basics. So those are the basics. Those are your 8 areas. Then once you've got those 8 areas, the difference that I do from the training I had is that I break those 8 areas up even further. So when I'm writing down what I want to work on, I actually break these up a little bit further. And let me show you what I mean. So for example, if you're talking about relationships, it's easy to go on a scale of 1 to 10 how you are with your relationships. But I break it down to coworker relationships or interpersonal relationships. Then I break it down to your friend relationships, your family relationships, and your intimate relationship. All 4 of those areas can be rated differently on a scale of 1 to 10. Say you have great friend relationships, but your family relationship is low. Or say you have great family relationship, but you have no one in your life, no partner in your life. So your intimate relationship is low. So basically what I'm doing when I do this is I look at those 4 areas within relationship and I rate them right off the bat. That way I know specifically. All right. So my friends and family relationships are great, but my coworker relationship, they need some work. And then I don't focus on the other areas as much because I know specifically where to go. I'm saving myself time in the end. So let me show you how that looks on the graph. So you've got your relationships area. And what I do is I basically just break it up into 4 slots. 1, 2, 3. Oops. I missed that one. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. And then I just go ahead and put this down. So this I for intimate. Then I've got friends, FR, family, FAM, and coworkers. So then I've got it broken down that way. Now I go ahead and this is the fun part, you color in the graph. That's the fun part. So you color in the graph. So say your intimate relationship is doing really well. So you color that in maybe an 8. Your friends are doing fairly good, but more like a 6. Then you got your family is doing really great. Let's make that a 7. Just so you know, you're going to have very few ones. You're going to have very few tens if you're looking at it holistically and with an honest eye. And then maybe your coworkers are really low. So now I've got my first area. I know what specifically could be looked at in the area of relationships to move forward in a healthy manner. Then I take another color, or you can use the same pen. When I've been at coffee shops meeting potential clients, I usually just grab a piece of paper and a pen, and we do it the same color. But it's totally up to you. I usually, with professional, I usually break it up into the career you want to retire at and the job you're at now. So if somebody is in the career that they want to retire at, then they only need to have one. But if they are in the career, if they're in the job that they have now, but not the career they want to retire at, then I break it up into 2. So we'll do retire and job. So most of the time when that happens, people are not super happy with their job, uh, and they're really not happy with their career that they're working on. Or maybe they're going to school and they're getting to the point where they can be in the career that they want to retire in. So then you color in those and you rate them where you want to rate them. And you continue down the line. So health, I usually break health up into um, diet and exercise. Please remember when we're talking diet and exercise, always talk to your healthcare provider. If you are under healthcare providers' care, always talk to them before making any changes to diet and exercise. But when it comes to health, I break health up into diet, exercise, and can you guess what the third is? Sleep. Diet, exercise, and sleep. So I break that up. Recreation is usually hobbies. And also family recreation. So what I mean there is you've got your hobbies that are your own personal hobbies usually, and then you've got an area of your life where you do family stuff, which is recreational stuff. Maybe you go camping, maybe you do hobby together as a family, maybe you do sports, whatever it is, but then you've got your family, so you're breaking it up into those areas. And sometimes we'll put meditation, relaxation in there, but normally I put that under personal growth. All right, spirituality is the next one, and that is broken up into religion and your spiritual path. And so your spiritual path is your individual path on within spirituality, and your religion is your communal religion. This is where you go if you are a part of a church or something like that. Then that's a community religion, right? So you can break it up into those 2 areas. And as well, sometimes I even put giving back in this area. Okay, so then the environment is usually a social environment, depending upon what you're working on. Maybe it could be a kitchen environment, as far as, is your kitchen environment healthy for your diet that you're on? Right? Maybe you might have a home environment, a work environment. You might break it up into that area. Sometimes even you put social online environment as well. So you break up the environment into those different areas so you can look at them in a closer way. Finances is usually budgeting. It's budgeting, it's retirement, and it's income. And I have them rate those 3 areas. And then your personal growth is what you're working on personally for growth. Maybe that's self-help. Maybe you're working on meditation. Maybe you're working on whatever you're doing personally for your personal growth. This can be into one area, or maybe you're doing personal growth both in business and home, or maybe you're doing personal growth within your family. So you can break it up in those chunks. So that's really completely up to you. And that is how I do a balanced life wheel. And my suggestion to people I work with is always to update this every month because it changes. Now, when you go ahead and look at this on a whole, what you're going to find is there's going to be some really low outliers. There's going to be low hanging fruit. And you're going to find that there's going to be some big outliers that are going to take a lot of work. And then there's going to be some that are middle of the road. You're going to find it all over the place. This graph, if you're doing it with an honest eye and you're being honest with yourself as to where you're at with each area, it's going to be all over the place. But it will give you a visualization of what will give you the biggest bang for your buck on how to create goals. Now, we're going to do a video on goals, creating goals here in the future as well. But this will give you an idea of what's going to give you your biggest bang. What you're going to find is that when you work on one area of your life that's really low, like your low hanging fruit, you're going to see a ripple effect and it's going to go into other areas of your life as well. And so that's why you redo this every month. You do it every month. Why? Because it changes. If you're actually working on finding your success and you're creating your success in your life, you're trying to design your desired future, you're on that journey, then every month you're going to be, or every week you're going to be doing plans, goal plans, you're going to be doing action plans. Every week you're going to be focused on forward momentum. And as you're making those forward momentums, this will change every month. So that is why I always recommend doing this every month and putting it in your journey journal. And when I work with people, I usually tell them start a journey journal. That's the second tool that we talk about. I'll do another video on a journey journal later, but you can even get started on the journey journal. So you can do a balanced life wheel. You can do your journey journal and get those started, and then next week or when I get the next video up for goal planning, you can go ahead and start planning your goals and planning your action plans and things like that. So really just kind of take a look at what's going on. And here's the thing. Even if you don't know how to create goals or you don't know how to do action plans, you can look at your balanced life wheel and say every day with your journey journal on the side, right? You've got your journal on the side. I love this book. So you've got your journal on the side, and then you've got your balanced life graph. You can look at this every day and say, what what 3 things can I do today to get some forward momentum on that? Put it in your journey journal. By the way, this is a RocketBook, which means that you can put your information in here, scan it, and then erase the page, and then do another one. So you never have to do another notebook or have a ton of notebooks around the house because you just scan it into your computer. It's really great. Um, I'll link up the video for that because I actually did a review on this. But so you in your journey journal, you just write, okay, so this is 3 things I can do today to make improvement in different areas. And you will see forward momentum before you even start goal planning or action planning. All right, so that is basically the gist of conversation that happens when I when I meet with a client. Of course, when I'm meeting with a client, we have very in-depth conversations about, what is scored on the balanced life wheel. Of course, we're not doing that on this video, but we have very in-depth conversations on that, maybe even some self-discovery conversations on that. That's why this is not a coaching relationship, because you're not having that one-on-one interaction with me. But you can also do that yourself. You can look at it and say, hey, so what do I need to do? And the first step is to start creating some forward momentum. Pick 3 things, one thing a day you can do to move you in the direction that you want to move in, and see how that makes changes. And then next month, see how the balanced life wheel improves or changes, and what kind of enlightenment you can get from that. And we'll talk about that in another video. So I just wanted to start sharing with you some of the coaching tools that I've used with clients in the past, and give you the tools and the idea behind the tools so that you can find a way to, if you want to, use these in your own life. So I hope this is helpful. Let me know if it is. Give me a thumbs up, and be sure to subscribe to this channel on YouTube and get click the bell to get notified when new videos become available. If you're watching me on Facebook, so on YouTube I'm Jamie Brumfield, and if you're watching me on Facebook, I'm author Jamie Brumfield. So um, go ahead and like that page over there as well. So definitely show your support. Comment down below. I love reading comments. Let me know what you think. Have you used this tool before? Is my different take on it as far as delving down right away instead of just making it a blanket one spot. Is that different to you, or have you seen that before? I would love to know. And let me know what you think, because I appreciate the conversation back and forth on this channel. It's a community channel. It's not just me. All right, so thanks so much for tuning in. I'm New York Times bestselling author Jamie Brumfield. Thanks for escaping into the paranormal with me. Check out my books on Amazon. And thanks for searching for the truth one mystery at a time. And this series, thanks for joining me on this series. I'm really excited to see how um, finding your successful journey and getting on your successful journey, this series is going to help others achieve the goals and design their desired future. All right, so thanks so much for tuning in, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.